Hello, hello. Happy Monday. Yes, coming to you late, but at least this week I got on a Monday. And this week I have a really good reason as to why I'm joining in late for this live to talk to you all. And it is because I just got off this awesome panel webinar that Data Science for Everyone just hosted with some phenomenal panelists. There was Dustin Purdy, Jennifer Syed, Kyan Butler, and Lizzie Neme. Sorry. Fantastic. Such great insights and suggestions and dreams and realistic challenges of what it takes to bring data science, data literacy education to our K to 12 students. And I just wanted to sort of take a moment to jump in and share some of the insights and ahas that I took away from that incredible panel and give a major shout out plug to get in and cast your vote before October 15th for the chart the course vote that Data Science for Everyone is doing. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So the incredible panelists. Dustin is from the math education space. Jennifer is in the social studies space. Kyan is in the science space. And Lizzie is in the computer science space. And they cross all those different disciplines. And they had such incredible insights and things to share about their individual disciplines and how we can bring data literacy and data science into those disciplinary spaces. And not surprisingly, as someone who loves and champions the work, the necessary work to create space and time and opportunities for collaborations across grade levels, across grade bands, and across those disciplines, if we're actually going to integrate data literacy in an interdisciplinary way, and so that we all can benefit and all can support our students in preparing them for the 21st century. So I just wanted to share a couple. So Jennifer shared in with regards to thinking about integrating data literacy and data science into our social studies spaces, the incredibly important need to help our administrators and our teachers and our students and parents make this mind shift that social studies is not only text-based, that we do a lot with our primary sources that are data rich, and be that numbers data or images, like our data through images and things, remembering data isn't just quantitative data. There is a whole heck of a lot of quantitative data in our social studies, disciplines, subdisciplines, learning, subject areas, topic areas. But we need to make that shift out of only thinking in a text-based way of thinking about embracing, engaging in social studies content to be more open-ended, to sort of expand the field. Dustin talked about from the math perspective, these incredibly important, rich conversations that are happening all across the country at all different scales, from Department of Ed meeting, from coming out of our state Department of Eds to our Board of Ed meetings within districts, to disciplinary department meetings, to classroom discussions, all the way, all up and down about how do we align and think about math identity of our students and where does data fit in to that math identity integrated into our different courses and or opportunities for separate classes, separate courses, thinking about data science versus data literacy and how all those pieces fit in and how they so beautifully dovetail with our numeracy progressions, with our math progressions that we have, and really building students' sense of agency and real world connection of working with data is a reality in the 21st century for, as I say all the time, like legit, it showed up on paying my electricity bill and saved us a bunch of money because we could read the graph that came through on our electricity bill. To, I want to go pursue data analytics, data science, quantitative reasoning as a profession. Growing field, yes, great. Not everybody's going in that direction, but how do we sort of support all of our students in building out that foundational data literacy, and where are there opportunities in multiple ways to integrate that into our math pathways and things like that? Kyan talked about it from the science perspective of helping our students in their science classrooms and our science educators and our departments think about not only what is the data application in any one particular discipline or in one particular unit or even one particular activity, but getting this broad perspective on how we work with data across our disciplines, across within the natural sciences as well as the social sciences and beyond, of how data really fit in. So it moves beyond just analyzing, interpreting data, SCP4, in that practice, but into a broad scale. This is how we process information. Data is one tool in our toolkit across many things. And then Lizzie brought on all these fantastic ideas about integrating computer science and opportunities for collaboration. And one thing Lizzie said that just so deeply popped out was this honoring and recognizing that learning and teaching something new can be really scary. It can be overwhelming. We all have a growing list of things that are on our plate that we need to handle in the classroom. Therefore, it is critical and deeply, deeply important to provide space and time and opportunities and support for authentically experiencing and thinking about how to collaborate, how to leverage time and opportunities with our colleagues across grade levels and across disciplines. Because that's how we're going to be able to bring this into our already packed curriculum, into our already packed schools where we have so many things that we are holding for our learners, but creating that space, that authentic opportunity to collaborate, to participate together, to figure out, okay, I'm holding this and you're holding that, and how can we support each other? A rising tide lifts all boats, sort of creating that space and those opportunities to collaborate. Another thing that came up through the panel that I want to share out that we talk a lot about, and we're going to be talking about at one of our monthly data strategy share outs in this coming winter. And so keep your eyes out for that. Remember, first Wednesday of every month, we've got those free data strategy share outs, is this concept of uncertainty and how we help our students embrace that and recognize that as a reality and not as a, you've done something wrong, that there's not one right answer. But when we're working with data, it's a like ish, right? Thinking about those pieces and how we create a culture and a space to empower our students to lean into those components. And one thing that I just totally loved was this call out by participants at the panel watching with me and those on the panel, and this call for like creating support and coaching support and one-on-one personalized attention on how do we take what we're already doing in our classrooms and tweak it and adjust it to integrate data literacy in different perspectives, because that is what we at DataSpire fundamentally believe is how we are going to like shift the needle, how we're going to do this in sustainable and scalable ways for our students, for our teachers, for our schools, for our districts across the country to better set our students up for success. It can't be a like everything in the kitchen sink, throw out everything you have, because every single one of us, you have so much expertise and so much knowledge and so much power that you can build from in these opportunities for your students. So we don't want to throw that out. And we certainly at DataSpire are not suggesting that you throw that out, but rather we're here to help and support you in a like, okay, how do you take what you have and how do you just tweak it slightly to make it even better to support your students with that? So those are some of my takeaways, some things that came up during that incredible panel that Zarek Stroda hosted and facilitated. But I do want to give this call out of Data Science for Everyone is currently set up to be soliciting opinions about what should be included for our students to set them up for success in the 21st century with data education and data literacy, data science, all of these pieces. And they are looking for your vote, to cast your vote on what these data learning outcomes should be for all of our students that are graduating our K-12 system here in the United States. So I highly, highly encourage you. I will put this link in the comments for this live. Jump in here, cast your ballot, submit your thoughts, this is built off of they were working with a bunch of different, they pulled in a bunch of different focus groups over the last, well, like many, many months. We had the great opportunity of getting to be on one of the focus groups. It's what brought me to Chicago in June, and where my mind was just blown away by all the incredible work that folks had done across all different stakeholders and sectors, all of our disciplines, all of our grade bands, higher ed 4-year research, higher ed 4-year teaching, higher ed 2-year community college, industry, workforce at all different phases. And I'm sure I'm forgetting many of the different stakeholders that they brought together to think through, what does this look like? What do we need? How do we support our students from this big holistic perspective? And now they want to hear from you and all of you, your students, parents, your administrators, your neighbors, like truly broad scale. They're trying to collect votes from as many, many different people that have different interests in this as possible. And I just want to give a little shout out here. Like, here is, so when we went jumped in and I submitted, my vote, this is where we've got sort of our cross section across the country. And we need you from all these different states to jump in and submit and share with your friends, with your neighbors, with your students, parents, with your administrators, all of those things to cast your ballot and vote, to think about, to support data science in their Data Science for Everyone in their initiative, to try to build out, what should our students be learning? Now is the time. Now is the time to cast your vote so that you can have a say, so that when it comes into your classroom, you had a say in the process. Now, these aren't standards. No. We're not saying anything like that. But this is to be able to put forward and to use to inform policy, curriculum developers, state assessment writers, blah, 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 blah. You name it, all across the board. So get your vote in, have your voice be heard, share out, participate, be part of the community, share out with everyone else. I will drop the link in the comments for this live. Wonderful to see you. So great to share these takeaways. Jump in, vote, especially if you're from one of those states that isn't as well represented. We want to hear your voice. Thank you for all that you do. Until next week, stay curious and keep exploring.